everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am picking my March TBR. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna pick from here, and it tells me what shelf out of, I think there's 12 shelves. Out of 12 shelves, it'll tell me what shelf on that shelf and then what book. So let's just go ahead and get started. Let's do this one. 4, 2, and 10. So shelf 4, shelf number 2, and then the 10th book. So let's go see what that one is. Alright, the book that was picked is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. This one I can't take off, but I gotta take this sticker off. It's a fairly short book. So, I've never read anything by Gillian Flynn. If anybody has, let me know if she's a good author, or it says it's a literary thriller. Alright, let's pick the next shelf. Let's pick this one. 2, 2, 38. So let's see what book that is. Alright, so the book that was picked was Our Violent Delights, which is the second book. So I picked the first book, which is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This is another author I've never read from. So I'm excited to dive in and see what that book is all about. Alright, let's pick another one. This one is 9, 3, 46. So let's see what shelf that is and find the book. Alright, so I couldn't get to shelf 9, 3. So then I picked another one, and it was 517. And that gave me the second book, Hunting Adeline. So I grabbed the first book, Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. Another author I don't believe I've read from, but it's got letters and stuff in there, so I'm excited to read that. We're going to pick 2 more times. Let's pick this one. 2, 5, 60. So let's see what that book brings. Alright, so that book on 2, 5, 60 is called Rage by Cora Carmack. It is another author I've never read from before. Looks like it might be young adult, which is okay. Looks like the chapters are really long, so that's kind of disappointing, but give that one a try. One more. Pick this one. 5, 5, 88. So let's see what that book is. Alright, so that book led to the second or third book. Let's check. The Veiled Kingdom, Rival Crown. It led to the second book, The Hunted Heir. So I picked up the first book, The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee. Again, another author I've never read from. That's kind of cool with the chapters like that. So now that we have all of those, let's go ahead and go through each book. Because all these are the first in a series, as far as I know. So, The Veiled Kingdom. It says, fleeing my father's cruelty, the wicked king who robbed me of future, I faced death in the streets, caught between a rebellion and a tyrant's reign. Captured by those sworn to kill me, the rebels remained blind to my true identity. The missing daughter of the despised king, faced with an impossible choice. I stand before them, join the rebels, or face their blades. Yet, Dacre, the son of the ruthless rebellion commander, becomes torn between suspicion and a desire that mirrors my own. He allows no one to touch me, tries to protect me, yet threatens me at every turn. As secrets were weaved beyond our hidden realm, a fierce battle unfolds within me. As I get closer to the rebels and their cause, my loyalty to the kingdom clashes with my undeniable devotion to Dacre and the burning connection between us. In a world where love and hate are two edges of the same blade, I find myself caught in a delicate dance between forbidden desire and my looming destiny. So that sounds really interesting. So I'm excited for that one. And then Rage. It says, if Aurora knows anything, it's the choices have consequences. The kingdom of Pavillon is nearly unrecognizable as the home she left behind. A new family's flag fly atop the walls. Hundreds upon hundreds of remnants camp just outside the city begging for entrance and mercy, only to receive cruelty in return. And her mother, the great powerful queen, is nowhere to be found. To set things right, Aurora joins a growing revolution on the streets of Pavan and puts her knowledge of the palace to use to aid the cause. But the Rage season is at its peak, and not a day passes without the skies raining down destruction. Yet these storms are different. They churn with darkness and attack with a will that's desperate and violent. This feels like more than rage. It feels like war. So that sounds interesting. So hopefully that's one that I like. And the next one is Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. And it says, The Manipulator. I can manipulate the emotions of anyone who lets me. I will make you hurt, make you cry, make you laugh and sigh. But my words don't affect him, especially not when I plead for him to leave. He's always there, watching and waiting. And I can never look away, not when I want him to come closer. The shadow. I didn't mean to fall in love, but now that I have, I can't stay away. I'm mesmerized by her smile, by her eyes, and the way she moves, the way she undresses. I'll keep watching and waiting until I can make her mine. And once she is, I'll never let her go, not even when she begs me to. So that one sounds really interesting. And I like the way the words are in here. They're big. So hopefully that won't take too long to read, being just kind of a thick book. And then These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. It says the year is 1926 and Shanghai hums to the tune of debauchery. A blood feud between two gangs runs the streets red, numbing the city to its chaos. At the heart of it all is 18-year-old Juliet Kai, a former flapper girl who has returned to her duties as the proud heir of the Scarlet Gang. a network of criminals far above the law. Their only rivals is in power are the White Flowers, who have fought the Scarlets for generations. And behind every move in their heir, Roma Montagov, who was Juliet's first love until he betrayed her. But when gangsters on both sides start clawing their own throats out, the people start to whisper of a contagion, a madness, of a monster in the shadows. As the deaths stack up, Juliet and Roma must set their guns aside and work together no matter their personal grudges. For if they cannot contain this mayhem, then there will be no city left for either to rule. And this looks like there's a prologue. So that sounds interesting. And like I said, none of these authors I've read from before. So, and the last one is Sharp Objects. It says, fresh from a brief stay at a psych hospital, reporter Camille Preaker faces a troubling assignment. She must return to her tiny hometown to cover the murders of two pre-teen girls. For years, Camille has hardly spoken to her neurotic, hypochondriac mother or the half-sister she barely knows, a beautiful 13-year-old with an eerie grip on the town, now instilled in her old bedroom in her famous Victorian mansion. Camille finds herself identifying with the young victims a bit too strongly. Dogged by her own demons, she must unravel the psychological puzzle of her own past if she wants to get the story and survive this homecoming. So, that's it for my March TBR. I have one little book and the rest are big. Five books. And I may be adding another book, we'll see. But that is my March TBR. If I should be reading a book different than Sharp Objects before Sharp Objects, please let me know in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!